Good morning.
Morning, folks.
So we didn't do the closeout last night. Again.
Which I'm sure y'all are expecting.
We have some concern about power. My battery bank, for some reason, is dead when it shouldn't be. And so we're relying on just his battery bank. And
It only has one bar on it.
we still have like 2 days. So today we're going to try and see if we can find a place to plug in and charge up. There's a campground, allegedly, right off the trail. We're going to see if they're open, and if there's also rumors that they maybe make burgers and stuff. So it would be a great lunch stop, and we could recharge. But we had a great day yesterday. We had a much better night last night. I have to tell you the skunk story later. Yeah, but this is our view this morning. We've got
Let me step out to the side.
rhododendrons, foggy mountains, beautiful. All right, so yeah, we're gonna try to do another 15 or so today. We're doing today and tomorrow about 15 so that we can Nero into either Glasgow or Lynchburg. We haven't decided yet. So there's a hostel in Glasgow, but for the price, it's almost worth our money just to go to a hotel. So
With a shuttle.
We're gonna check it out. So
All right, guys.
we'll catch you later. All right. I'm going to try to tell you the story of the skunk and try to remember all the parts. So we got to camp last night. It was a really great camp. Had a nice little overview and a couple tent sites. We're sitting there making our dinner, and we notice it smells like skunk, like pretty heavily. So we don't really think much of it. We're making our dinner, sitting around the fire pit, and Britt goes, "Is that a tail?" He sees like a furry tail sticking out from underneath a rock, big rock, because the fire ring's full of. It's made of these rocks that are like, I don't know, maybe one by one by one. But sure enough, there's a tail. It's a skunk tail, and it's sticking out from under this rock. And so he's like, "Somebody bashed that poor skunk's head in." And I was like, "Oh, that's obviously looks like what happened, but you never know, right?" Like, I don't know. It could be somebody that's just wanting to be mean to animals, but you never know. So carry on. We finish our dinner. We're hanging out. A couple more campers arrive, start setting up at the campsite. They just come from town, and I felt like it was necessary. Like I should warn them because the smell's pretty strong. I said, "Hey guys, listen, there's this dead skunk over here. He's under this rock. Just so you know, in case they wanted to move on, find a different campsite." And the guy says, "Funny story about the skunk. Apparently, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, several campers were there at that campsite, had set up for the night. I think he said 4 tents. In the middle of the night, one of them gets assaulted, attacked by the skunk, who apparently, presumably is rabid, tries to come at her through her tent, and she bashes it away, which then it immediately sprays all in her vestibule, which I just can only imagine the smell. She had pepper spray. They used trekking poles. It became like a group effort. They tried to contact animal services. They couldn't get an answer from animal services. It's the weekend. They end up getting a hold of the sheriff, and the sheriff is going to come out. But they're having a hard time getting, the raccoon or the skunk won't give up. It's like a battle being waged. Now, this is the night that it was pouring rain. I think all this commotion started around 10 at night. So it's dark, it's raining. And this skunk is taking on these 4 campers. And apparently not backing down. And they basically had no choice to contain the crazy skunk, they had to bash it over the head, which the rock was about 3/4 of the size of the skunk, so the skunk didn't move anymore after that. The sheriff was nice enough to transport all of them to the hotel in Daleville that we stayed at the other day so that they could get cleaned up and compose themselves and maybe try again. But yeah, it was a crazy story. So we had like ode de Pepe all night from our tent. It wasn't terrible, it was just mildly annoying. So you never know what's gonna happen. We kept looking for another rabid skunk, but luckily there was not a reoccurrence. So anyway, that's the story.
Nothing like a little hailstorm for the evening.